Howdy. Okay, howdy everybody, this is Making the Man, aka Cartoon Star 92. Welcome to the next reaction video. Today's video we're gonna watch is Animation Explosion number 6 Best Full Model. Full explained by Yoshi Player and Nerdwild Ryer, and yeah. So the movie player is gonna be Playmobil the movie. So yeah, Playmobil is this toy franchise that's similar to Lego. Like Lego, Playmobil also got an animated live-action hybrid movie released around the 2010s. Now, there are some differences to the Playmobil and Lego movie. Both are based off of toy franchises. Both have animated and live action stuff. Both are animated action scenes, and basically they have some. Both have a character going on a quest to stop an evil, going on an adventure to stop an evil bad guy, and it has some musical numbers like the and both of them have some catchy and both of them have some musical numbers like the Lego and both of them have musical numbers, most notably the Lego Movie 2, which acts up like a straight up musical. So yeah, which the sequel is basically a musical. So yeah, unlike the Playmobil. But unlike the songs from the Lego Movie franchise, including the ones from the Lego Movie 2, the songs in the Playmobil movie were unforgettable. Yeah, basically they they weren't that recognizable, and they weren't even my favorites. I I watched them on Kim Kardashian, and I made a huge mistake doing that, like Arctic Dogs. Ugh. But the past is behind us, so let's watch Yoshi Player's review on Playmobil the movie. I guess he's gonna hate it too. So let's find out in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so before I start this review, I want to make an apology. Not to anyone watching this or anyone who saw the movie, but to the Emoji Movie. I am so sorry. For the longest time, I prescribed you as one of the most soulless, cynical animated movies I've ever seen. Well, you can rest easy now because another movie took your place. Playmobil, the movie. I hate this movie. Seriously, I hate this movie so much.
Me
I think I
too.
put it below Arctic Dogs in terms of this year's animated films. Of course, it's not the worst animated film I've seen. I mean, I don't even think the Emoji Movie is one of the worst. But something about this movie rubbed me in such a wrong way that it started to make me angry. Except this shouldn't be as bad as Arctic Dogs, should it? Well, it found a way to do it. I couldn't have imagined. Alright, so what's the story? Well, it's about a girl and her little brother loving to play with Playmobil, but things go sour once it's revealed their parents died in a car accident. And trust me, I'll be getting into that later on. The two later end up getting transported into the world of Playmobil, and now the girl must venture on this quote-unquote epic and huge quest to save her brother and return home. So let's address the key complaint this movie has gotten. I mean, I don't even have to name this movie to remind you of what it's trying to be like. The Lego Movie, obviously. In all fairness, Playmobil was always seen as a poor man's version of Lego, except it focused more on being simple and childlike in comparison, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So, what's the problem then? Well, not only does this movie feel very similar to the Lego Movie, but it deliberately goes out of its way to be the Lego Movie, and it is not at all subtle with how it presents itself. The tone is over the top and silly, except it doesn't want to use it as a benefit or to establish its own identity. It's just doing it because the Lego Movie did it. Except in that movie, it was more self-aware and clever with its jokes. Here, it's just telling random jokes because the Lego Movie did it. Except copying the same formula is not automatically a good thing. And this could not be even more evident than with the animation style. Now, I'll admit, the animation itself is actually not self-aware with that either. The characters move too fluidly and don't show any kind of plastic textures and just act like any character would normally do in an animated movie. Guys, if you're trying to be like the Lego Movie, why not actually follow the same animation style as the Lego Movie? If not, it makes you look lazy and uninspired. Uninspired is another thing too. The worlds this Playmobil universe inhabit are so bland bland and forgettable. Of course this action-packed adventure is going to have places like desert and fantasy and medieval. Yeah, I'm sure they have names, but I gave little shits to even remember. Like, if you're going to make this movie seem more epic and action-packed, copy the Lego movie for a
horrible, in
second,
my
and
opinion,
take a look
too.
at how messed up this story is. It has absolutely no focus. Anytime they try to shove the characters into some new environment or lore, it has no and her brother end up in the Playmobil world. Random shit, never explained. Characters going into an out-of-place future world, yep, never explained. Things just happen because movie. And the plot points are so randomly executed and so insultingly bad that I actually laughed at how stupid it was handled. We see the girl and her brother together, a random pop song comes out of nowhere, suddenly a cop shows up and tells them that their parents died in a car accident. Yep, no build-up, no suspense, just happens because plot point. And you know you've done something so horribly wrong here when a plot point has me laughing instead of feeling emotional. Are you trying to be the Room now? But wait, it gets better. So now the girl has to watch her little brother and her dream to explore the world is gone. Her brother acts like a total dipshit and says, "You died along with our parents." To which I say, "Fuck you, kid. I genuinely hoped you'd get eaten alive by the T-Rex, you ungrateful fuckhead." And then the movie addresses that the girl lost her playful attitude since her parents died. Fair enough, but then they seem ashamed that she lost it. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Her parents died. What else did you expect? World War III to happen? By the way, did I mention earlier that this movie had a pop song? Yes,
Yeah.
I did. This movie is a musical, which not only meant my eyesight was injured, but my ears could bleed as well. They're all forgettable, don't sound catchy, and mostly consist of K-pop songs. Great! They took notes from that awful song from the Loud House, didn't they? And good lord, this movie has some of the most unlikable and annoying characters I've ever seen from a big budget production. I mentioned earlier that the little brother is a piece of shit, but his big sister is no better, especially when you realize how far she's willing to go just to save her brother. And the two guys that join her, I couldn't remember their names. They just serve as generic comic relief that either remind me too much of the dumb, stupid character trope or the guy that has all the cool gadgets. Oh yeah! Just like the fucking Lego movie! What is wrong with this movie? I'll tell you what's wrong with it. It doesn't care. Fair and simple. I think that's the reason it ended up rubbing me the wrong way. The fact that it tried to go out of its way to copy the Lego movie, have no focus on any of its world or character building, and do nothing else creative with the format. Even if it had a more simple plot with different writing and stable humor, it would have immediately been better than what we got. But no, it tried to be the Lego movie, and the simple fact that it doesn't care about what it wants to be or how it wants to do it just feels so dirty. Despite how bad they were, the Emoji Movie was better because it used something different from Lego despite how unoriginal it was, and Arctic Dogs was better because it had just the slightest bit of focus. Hell, even the Lion King remake was better than this because it was simply just trying to recapture the same magic as the original. It didn't work, but it tried. The Playmobil movie doesn't have any of those distinctions to make itself stand out, all the while frustrating me with its desperate attempts to be the Lego movie and having no redeemable qualities at all. If you've seen the Lego movie already, then you've done yourself a favor. In fact, I'm gonna go rewatch that now to clear this movie's shit taste from my mouth. And while I'm at it, where's the ear doctor? Those K-pop songs made my ears bleed.
Yeah, I might as well need to rewatch the Lego movie to erase this from my memory. Ugh, good lord. No, I'm just gonna do it as soon as I'm done with this reaction video. As soon as I'm done with this. But before I go and watch the Lego movie, we have another video to react to, Nerd, which is from Nerdwire, and it's definitely a video about a show I like, Adventure Time, and it's focusing on the character BMO and explaining why he's the best role model on the show. So let's watch the video in 3, 2, 1.
To deal with the world's ever-depressing news cycle, I've been rewatching Adventure Time. And amidst all the wacky candy people, off-the-wall princesses, and myriad of baddies, there's always one feisty character that never fails to capture my heart.
Who's that?
I'm talking, of course, about BMO! The
BMO!
system that Jake and Finn call their best bud and roommate. By the end of the series, BMO becomes the king of Ooh, and honestly, no one else would be more fitting. BMO is the glue that holds Finn, Jake, and the show together. And when Evie and Landingham, and today we're going
Yeah, when Princess Bubblegum died, BMO took her place, even though it was originally going to be that that creep. Even though it was originally going to be Goliad, she's basically stuck in an eternal battle with her brother. So basically, because of that, BMO took her place. Yeah.
You can also check out our affiliate link to TeePublic to check out dope graphic tees.
Or maybe Goliad will be free from her, for I don't know how many, for her very long battle with him in the Adventure Time miniseries coming up pretty soon.
But during my rewatch, I realized something interesting. Although
What?
BMO always appeared in the opening title sequence of Adventure Time when Finn and Jake bumped fists right before the song begins, we didn't really start seeing him appear regularly in episodes until seasons 3 and 4. In fact, BMO doesn't even speak in his first or second on-screen introduction. We just see him from behind while Jake, Finn, and Lady play video games. The first full BMO-centric episodes don't appear until halfway through season 2. So although BMO has been mentioned by other characters or popped up briefly, Guardians of Sunshine is the first time we really get to know BMO. And in that episode, we learn a lot about our favorite gaming system. In said episode, they transport Finn and Jake into their main game Brain Frame, a virtual reality.
I love the CGI animation in that episode.
Over time,
So creative.
The video game console is so much more than your average Game Boy. Not only is BMO Jake and Finn's best pal, roommate, and loyal entertainment system, but they also have been programmed to do pretty much anything. They can skateboard, cook, act as a battery, etc. Because they're a robot, BMO doesn't mess around with gender labels and frequently switches up using he, him, and she, her pronouns. For this video, I'm going to stick to calling BMO they or them unless it's a situation where BMO refers to themselves as a boy or a girl specifically. Despite being a robot and claiming in several episodes they don't have feelings, BMO is arguably the most loving and optimistic character in all of Adventure Time. Above all else, BMO is fiercely protective of Finn and Jake, and they will do almost anything to protect them from danger, or keep them from arguing. While other shows of the era would depict gaming as either a dorky waste of time or a lewd, expletive-fueled online experience, Adventure Time depicts BMO and gaming as an activity that can strengthen friendships or forge new ones. In the episode Video Makers, we learn that BMO can also record and edit video. Actually, when we hired him for Nerdwire, Homie has a super quick turnaround time, and Sam could probably take a day or two off.
Yeah, BMO's not real, but due to the coronavirus. But if he was real because of the coronavirus, he would take our place.
Well, this is definitely the ultimate definition of we'll fix it in post. It's also such a pure offering of compassion and concern for his friend's well-being. At the end of the day, nothing matters more to BMO than Jake and Finn just getting along. And that's why he goes full detective in the episode BMO Noir. When Finn's sock goes missing and he blames Jake, BMO can't stand the thought of them being at odds with each other. They go full detective mode to hunt down the real thief, and in the process role plays out a romantic relationship with a chicken, Lorraine. She's red hot like pieces.
I think this episode takes place during the events of Princess Potluck. Because Jake suddenly has that red stuff on him, and then there's an arrow by him, and Finn gets a sea lard.
And uses their complex imagination to work through problems. Let's take football, for instance. Football is BMO's mirror world alter ego, the mirror tool of Adventure Time. One day when Finn and Jake decide to spy on BMO to see what kind of weird junk he gets up to when they leave the house, they discover BMO talking to himself in the mirror. BMO names their mirror spell football. He explains to Football that he's a little living boy, and proceeds to teach her how to be a living thing as well. In the episode 5 Short Grey Wolf, it seems like BMO is just talking to himself for fun. But later on in the series, BMO acts like he and Football are two separate individuals. When Football asks him to switch places with her so that she could spend just one day on the other side of the mirror, BMO agrees, and they make the swap. But now that Football's in the real world and BMO is trapped in the mirror, Football decides that she's never going back, and introduces herself to Finn and Jake as their new roommates. Although this episode leaves the open-ended possibility that there's a mirror world in Adventure Time like an Infinity Train, I'm more inclined to believe that Football is a manifestation of BMO's active imagination. But when BMO eventually realizes that he has given Football a sad, lame life in Mirror World compared to his own ultra-exciting one in Ooh, he then fabricates this body swap story as he processes out how to keep hanging out with Football without having her suffer in a bleak existence. When they switch back, it's because BMO realizes that he could give her a better home in a beautiful lake filled with all her ducks.
Yeah, basically BMO and Football switched bodies, even though it didn't feel like they switched bodies. Because they're she's basically in a mirror.
They thought of a way to make a non-existent being happier. But how did BMO become such a loving caregiver? Where did this little
Yeah, where do you come
Turns out in the
from?
episode Be More, where Finn and Jake go undercover as Moe's to take BMO to the factory to get their software. Apparently, BMO does this thing where they delete some of their files and it gives them a rush, and they accidentally delete their core system. After fighting off the Mo Guardians trying to vaporize Finn and Jake for trespassing, we finally meet BMO's creator, Mosef Master Giovanni, aka Mo. Mo is a cyborg who managed to replace his failing parts with robots and mechanics. He spends his whole life creating every existing Mo, but BMO was his most special creation. Mo built BMO to be more than just a video game console. He wanted to help him understand fun. BMO was created in hopes that Mo would pass him down to his son as a loving companion. But in the midst of his busy life engineering Mo systems, Mo forgot to start a family. It seems like BMO was the closest thing he ever had to his son. And BMO appears to be one of the only Mo systems out of millions built to have a close relationship with its creator. Unfortunately, not all of Mo's creations turned out right. Whereas BMO was created to give love to everyone they meet, Amo, Mo's first creation, was built only to receive love. Amo struggles with his all-consuming desire to be loved and becomes jealous, controlling, and manipulative when he feels like he's not getting enough. On Mo's deathbed, his final wish is to have his backup memory disk brought into space. Convinced that
I remember the
he
episode where it
never loved
introduces
him,
Amo.
Amo refuses, steals the backup drive, takes over the factory, and sends every Mo down into a garbage compactor. Amo discovers that BMO has a loving family in Finn and Jake, and decides to steal them for himself. Amo disguises himself as Mo and shows up to BMO's birthday party with a quest for his son to complete. This episode absolutely broke my heart because BMO was so excited for his dad to show up to his birthday party, and it turns out that his a-hole brother is just impersonating him after his death. Because BMO believes his loving father is sending him on the mission, he agrees, and leaves Amo with Finn and Jake. At first, Amo tries to earn their love by playing video games with them. But when he realizes that they will never love him the way that they love BMO, he knocks him out. Luckily, BMO has just returned from his journey to the Mo factory, having learned that all of his Mo siblings were crushed into a supercomputer called Almo when Amo attempted to murder them. Almo explains to them that collectively, it's the ultimate supercomputer with unmatched processing power. But BMO is even more special. They were made by Mo to have an imagination capable
Yeah,
of
basically Amo just
instead of how it actually
Mo tricked BMO so
BMO
he
ends
can
up
kill him.
off a cliff, killing his brother and saving their father's memory. This episode was extremely heavy, and not just because our sweet baby robot killed somebody. We're faced with BMO's existential problem. What does it mean to be grown up? Can you really grow up through a single quest? How much of your personality is because of your programming, aka the way that you were raised, and how much of it is up to you? In BMO's case, it's the only robot with the ability to grow, change, and evolve. None of Mo's other creations could think outside their immediate programming, and it ends up being their downfall. Without BMO's imagination and compassion to save them, Almo would be lost, and Amo would still be on a path of destruction. Because BMO was able to think beyond the way that they were built, they realized that their life was going to be completely different than Amo's or Mo's. After watching these 3 episodes about Mo and the Mo Factory, it's easy to watch back to previous episodes and see the ways in which their character exhibited the qualities imbued in them by their father, and the choices they make on their own to keep their friends happy and safe. Knowing that they were created to be a caregiver really changes the way you watch the episode BMO Lost, in which a giant eagle carries BMO far from home, and they have to find their way back to the treehouse. Along the way, BMO meets a friend called Bubble, who is also looking for his way home, and a handsome pink baby that BMO names Rick.
Yeah,
He falls off a shaky bridge.
BMO teams up with a bubble and a baby. Weird, huh?
Assume the role of caretaker and protect the baby, even when the baby's mom shows up and reveals her son's name to actually be Sparkle. BMO wants so badly to keep taking care of him that they almost don't let him go with his mother. In Sparkle's absence, BMO is visibly dejected, and it takes a pep talk from Bubble explaining that BMO kept the baby safe while he was lost to cheer it up. Because BMO sees the world how it should be, this means they're often incredibly optimistic when facing adversity. For example, there's one episode where Finn is super depressed because Flame Princess didn't laugh at one of his jokes, and he's convinced that she must not like him anymore. The low-hanging fruit response that I think that most of us would make would be to tell Finn, I don't know, man, maybe your joke wasn't as funny as you thought. But BMO's programming allows them to see things in a better light.
Did anyone notice a little tiny BMO when Jake dropped pillows on him?
It's such a small moment in their friendship, but it speaks volumes. BMO doesn't see this situation or any in a negative or even realistic
The
capacity.
pillow episode's kind of weird. I think Finn was hallucinating in that whole episode.
And she just needs more time to think about the joke. Functionally, this line serves the same purpose as a more realistic interpretation of FP not lasting. It tells Finn not to get too small moment, and not to overanalyze his exchanges with Fresh. But BMO is able to present that idea in a way that's far more constructive than hitting Finn while he's already feeling down. Turns out that BMO was absolutely right. Flame Princess needed time to think about the joke, and BMO ended up showing their friend that things aren't always as big of a bummer as you think that they are. While eternal optimism certainly has its downfalls, BMO's friends wouldn't have these alternative perspectives without them. It's moments like this that I wish that the real world had more BMOs, and how we should strive to be more like them. It's easy to get bogged down by cynicism. There are ways that we can reframe our negative thoughts and expressions to be more. Sure, the world is not in a great state at the moment, but with a little
Yeah,
compassion,
it's probably not the
positivity,
great state.
creativity, and a few
I do have to
benefits
agree with her.
in our lives, maybe we make things better, or at least more tolerable. And I think BMO's role in the finale makes a strong case that Adventure Time's writers agree with this sentiment. After the Great Gun War, when the incarnation of Chaos Gulls is turning all of Ooh into a hellscape, it's BMO's beacon of hope that saves the day. BMO pulls Jake up from where he lay in the fetal position in the wreckage of all their personal belongings and memories, and tells him that even though he and Finn normally do all the hero stuff, this time it's their turn to take care of that. BMO sings Time Adventure, arguably one of the most gorgeous songs ever performed in Adventure Time. The song creates a force field around him and Jake that deflects the rest of the monster's attacks. Realizing that literal harmony is the only thing that can stop Gall's discourse, everyone joins in. Ultimately, it's the Ice King's fiancée Betty who saves the day through her own sacrifice. But without BMO, Finn,
Yeah.
and Betty would have been consumed by Gall. Like I said earlier,
Basically, Ice
BMO
King
is
and Betty
Adventure
went.
Time. Not only
Ice
himself,
King and
but in the
basically
finale,
Simon and Betty went
heal
back
the
to
world and unite the shattered
went
world.
back to
BMO is
normal.
compassionate and
They stopped
imaginative.
being wizards and went back to being regular humans.
That's probably why the writers felt it was fitting for BMO to eventually become the king of Blue in the future. Yeah, and this is a little off from the Glasgow Game Boy game. But I want to know what you think. Should we all be more like BMO? Let me know in the comments, like and subscribe to Nerdwire, and be sure to check out our other Adventure Time videos for more mathematical vids.
I mean, it's kind of weird how Simon and Betty they put magical hats on their heads, turning them into insane wizards that act as, and they eventually became antagonists of the series. Ice King became the main antagonist, and Betty became the antagonist in some episodes of Adventure Time after the episode You Forgot Your Floaties. Most notably the Elementals miniseries, where she basically manipulated Finn and Jake to get some gemstones from the princess's crowns in order to set Ice King back the way he was. Yeah. Basically Betty was nuts. Basically Betty was became an antagonist because the hat made her nuts like Ice King. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go and watch the Lego movie after being reminded of the Playmobil movie again. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.